Oh, we in there now.
All right.
Sorry, guys. Been a evening. All right.
We will get this stuff together where there's not a technical issue, at least for 1 week.
I'm buying a producer next week. Done with it.
Done.
Can't do it.
Oh, my God. Okay, well, from the Only Hog Studios.
Yes, sir.
We are Don't Read the Comments, the podcast. And I think we're just going to dive right into the SEC schedule this week because I don't know that anybody wants to talk about the Arkansas-Texas A&M game.
I'm good.
Okay.
Good. I'm hurt.
Okay. No, I'm going to say one thing.
Hey,
it's been on my mind. It's been on my mind.
All right.
So in press conference, Sam Pittman was asked how involved he's getting with the offensive line. And he said, well, I'm having conversations, but I'm not stepping on anybody's toes. I'm sorry, but
that's interesting.
I'm going to cut you off.
No, you're good. Yeah, it's interesting.
I had to pause there dramatically for a second so that I could say, I'm sorry, but if your job's on the line, if your job is on the line, don't you think that you would be stepping on somebody's freaking toes? Like, you are considered the guru of offensive line coaches in college football. You are considered the guru. And I get it. He's the head coach, and he's got an offensive line coach. And we've said this since I've said it at least twice on podcasts since last weekend. But you're the man, and you're the head coach. And if your offensive line coach isn't getting it done and that's your specialty, why are you not stepping on toes? Maybe you need to step on that coach's toes. Maybe you need to step on those players' toes. Maybe you need to step on somebody's toes if you want to keep your job. Tell me I'm wrong.
I'm just wondering why he's even got an offensive line coach. I'm going to be honest with you. I know he's taking the more CEO approach to it and stuff, but, why? Does Lane Kiffin – well, I guess he does, doesn't he? Lane Kiffin has an offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
A lot of people who are gurus and savants in certain things don't have coaches for that position.
That's fair. That's fair. If you're a great quarterback coach and a head coach, sometimes you coach the quarterbacks and you're the head coach.
Yeah, exactly.
That is a completely fair statement. And so why is he not taking more of a leadership role in the offensive line that has just been trashed since week 1?
So I will say the only defense that I have for that, or defense, the only defense I have for that is the offensive lineman that should be his bangers right now, his first year ones, were kind of the duds, the 2020s and 2021s. Those the ones he, brought here off a video and they just were busts that are gone now.
Okay.
So that's the only thing that I got to say about it, as far as because I'd tell you next year he's gonna blast that portal with O lineman. I feel
he's not going to be here next year.
I think he'll.
That's
be here.
how I feel.
I think he'll get one more year.
I don't think he does, man. I'm telling you.
I think they'll have him fire Enos before they fire him. Which firing an offensive, what do they have to gain by firing him?
What do they have to lose?
What do they have to gain?
Okay.
They have everything to lose. We can get back to that real quick.
Let's say that we only win 3 or 4 games.
Yeah.
What do they have to lose? They're not going to get any worse than that.
I mean,
firing him is not going to make us worse than winning 3 or 4 games a year.
We've been worse than that. We had 2-2-10 seasons back to back, bro.
We're not far from it.
Yes, we are.
No, we're not.
We're far removed from it. We'll see how the rest of the year plays out, but I don't think
Florida International is a guaranteed win. The rest of them are not. Not one of them is guaranteed.
Well, of course, nothing's guaranteed, bruh. Get off my boy Pitt, man. Did you see the video of him this week that everybody's going crazy about on Twitter?
Pitt.
Yeah. If Pittman watch if Pittman wins a couple games, Tim's gonna be like, "Oh, I guess he'll be okay."
No, I won't. I really won't. I don't have a problem with Pittman if he steps in and does his job. But for him to say, "Hey, literally the words coming out of his mouth are, "I'm not stepping on anybody's toes."
Yeah.
I'm sorry, then you're not doing your job. Do you think if I don't do my job, if I don't go in and sell, because I sell alcohol, if I don't go in and sell alcohol to my accounts, that my boss isn't going to go in and be like, we got to get sales. I need you guys to look at this product and maybe my boss is not going to back down.
Yeah.
she's gonna step on my toes.
Yeah, and I'm honestly, I'm over hands on with my employees, but I'm like, hey, what happened today?
Right.
You know?
So this idea that I'm not gonna step on anybody's toes, to me, completely wrong approach.
I agree with that. I think that's stupid.
That-
moving on. Moving on.
That being said, now that we got that off,
Oh,
our
wait.
toes there.
Real quick. Did you see the video that everyone's talking about on Twitter where Pittman's cussing? He's dropping F-bombs and stuff at practice.
No.
Apparently he does that all the time, but I guess it's the first time. Oh, man. Who got the video? Mason Choate. Mason Choate got the video and posted it and stuff. So Pittman's just going, he's like, at some point, we got to say F them. I'm trying not to curse this. But, lay their ass out or something like that. You know what I mean? And then a couple more times, he's like, we're the University of F in Arkansas and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, man.
But it took this to get there.
Well, and that's what everybody says. I think it's probably been that the whole time. I think it's the first time somebody caught him on camera doing it. Because, like, when I talked to Cam Ball, he was like, well, Sam got a potty mouth, man. You know what I mean? So I think the proud damn state started in a different way. I think it was proud effing state. You know what I mean? And that Sam just, whenever he wants to say F, he just says damn.
I guess, man. I guess.
Anyway,
I don't know.
moving on. All right, what do you got for us this week? What's up?
First game out of the gate. Number 23 LSU, number 21 Missouri.
Ooh, we're gonna see what Missouri's made of this week.
Yeah,
if the hype is real.
LSU's defense is not.
Yeah,
I mean,
even we
LSU's
did
defense is very mid, and Missouri is 5-0, but it's Missouri, and it could mean nothing.
I gotta look up who has Missouri played. They haven't. Hasn't Missouri played anybody like crazy? This will be their.
You want me to tell you?
Yeah,
they beat South Dakota, Middle Tennessee State.
Mm-hmm.
They beat number 15 K-State. They beat Memphis and they beat Vanderbilt. No, they haven't beaten anybody.
Yeah, they really haven't.
Because I think K-State's overrated. I think basically every team in the Big 12 is overrated except maybe Texas.
I think Texas
it's hard
is
to
the
say
real
Texas
deal.
is overrated when they beat Bama, but
I think Texas is the real deal.
But really, Missouri hasn't played anyone. I don't think they earned that number 21 ranking just because they're 5-0. When you got 4 of those 5 could play in the FCS. I mean, they don't, but they could.
I think if Mizzou beats LSU this week, I think it'll be the biggest win of Drink's entire career. You know,
I think that might be fair. That might be a fair statement.
I don't think it's going to happen.
I don't either. I think this is Missouri's first loss.
I think Jaden Daniels shows up this week.
I mean,
especially after they just lost to LSU.
For as much as their defense is not that good,
their offense is really good.
Their offense is really good, and their defense is not Memphis bad or Vanderbilt bad.
I think their defense is better than ours.
I don't know if I agree with that.
Yeah.
They might be on par.
I think probably
they might be on par. Our defense is pretty stout.
I like our defense.
Our defense keeps us in games.
You know what sucks about this year? Our defense is a lot better, and our offense is so bad that it kind of like casts a shadow on it. Yeah. People are like, well, the defense sucks. They let that one go. Dude, they're exhausted.
The defense let it go in the fourth quarter. Well,
they're exhausted.
Yeah,
they've been on the field for 48 minutes. They pushed the car
up the hill for 48 minutes.
Exactly.
I think LSU's defense is better than anything Missouri's played, even though I don't think it's very good. So, I think LSU takes this one.
Yeah, LSU. Let's see. I got LSU. I think LSU will cover. To be honest, they're I think they're 5.5 point favorites. Yeah, I think LSU by a touchdown for sure.
Okay.
I'll go with that. We actually agree on that one.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Doesn't happen very often anymore. All right. Game 2. Mississippi State. 2-3 Mississippi State is actually going to even things up at 3-3 against Western Michigan.
Yeah.
Is there anything we have to talk about there?
Nope.
No, not a bit. Okay, I'm going to let you take the next one because you have some strong feelings on this that I completely disagree with.
I do. And I'm going to tell you what. Looking at the line of this game, if you look at the line of that game right now, that tells you
what the game is.
Well, I'm getting into it.
Oh, okay.
The line of this game will tell you the story of what I feel, why I feel I'm correct. So we're going to get into Texas A&M and Alabama. I do not like Bama, obviously. Hold on, we got comments here from Ty. Let's see. He cusses. Oh, here goes Ty. He cusses. I've heard him multiple times. He stopped fastball once to chew O-line out at fall camp. Dropped a monster F-bomb. Yes, dude. Trevin, I need to get the beer signs, bro. Sorry. Okay, we're gonna get into this, and you guys let me know. Obviously, in the comments, we're not used to those, so this is dope. I think Texas A&M's gonna beat Alabama, and I think they're gonna beat them soundly. Soundly. I think they're gonna beat them by at least probably a touchdown. That's not soundly. Soundly's like 2 touchdowns, huh? I don't think it's gonna be close. I think it's gonna be. It ain't gonna be a field goal. I think it'll be a touchdown or 10 points.
There has to be a reason that you think that. What did you see in Texas A&M against Arkansas that makes you feel that way?
Well, Texas A&M's offense is pretty good. I think Max Johnson, a great name. I think
anywhere else he's not a football quarterback.
Air Force,
he's a porn star.
man. There's a whole different reason behind that we'll get into eventually about our name. Anyway, damn it, what was I saying? I think Texas A&M's got a pretty good offense. They got Bobby Petrino at the helm there. Bobby puts in work, man, and they move the ball pretty good. And you say our defense isn't bad. They move that thing on us pretty good. So, secondly, their defense is pretty stout. Their D-line is nuts. They have from what I think I was reading earlier this week, Texas A&M has 3 or 4 of the players that are on the D-line were top 50 in the country players whenever they were drafted. I mean, that they got that insane draft class. It's showing up. I think Texas A&M beats them.
And I would be happy to see Bama go down twice this season, but I'm sorry, I don't see it at all. I think they've turned things around in the last couple of weeks. Not so much with South Florida, but with Ole Miss and with Mississippi State. I don't think there are 3 better defenses in the league than Alabama has.
I agree with that. Bama does. I think Bama and A&M both have 2 of the best defenses in the entire league.
I don't think A&M's defense is as good as Bama's. I don't think their offense is as good as Texas.
But what about Bama's offense, though? You got Jalen.
Milroe.
Okay,
now
Milroe's got some. He's got some wheels, but
Milroe now a top. I want to say he's top 4 quarterback in NCAA football right now.
Is he?
Yeah, after the last couple of weeks. I just saw an article about that.
I will say Bama did put it on Ole Miss. I don't know, man. I still feel like I feel like it's finally going to be Texas A&M's year, and I don't like them.
Okay, so Milroe's now the 3rd best quarterback in the league behind Jaden Daniels and Brady Cook.
Brady Cook is on Mizzou, right?
Yes.
Give that time.
Yeah.
That'll.
Yeah, but that all that means is
he hasn't played anybody.
But all that means is Milroe's getting better. He's putting it together.
Yeah,
he's the 3rd best quarterback in the league right now. And it's Bama. I just don't see it. They cover the 1.5. They actually probably win by 10.
You think Bama wins by 10?
I think Bama wins by 10.
I got Aggies by 7. I feel.
I got a Malort shot on it.
Ooh, sounds good. High five on it.
All right, way over there.
Friends don't give friends Malort. I do have a new shirt out I made just for Timmy.
Hey guys, yeah, real quick, we do have some merch out. We'll get the link out.
It's on Bonfire. Yeah,
we'll get the link out on the comment section here.
There's a whole lot of funny Razorback shirts. We think they're funny at least, but I got a couple that are awesome. Like I saw this and I completely stole the design. Well, the idea, and I redesigned it. The one the Nebraska fan had on, I retweeted it. And it was a Nebraska fan had a shirt on. We almost win almost every time, or something like that. So I made that shirt. I made the design actually look good.
Nice.
But nice. Took that one, and then there's a few other ones you guys can look. We'll post the link below in this. Just some funny stuff, man. I got a Hogs by 90 shirt. I tried to make an optimistic shirt as well. You got a lot of pens. I got a shirt that says "Fire Everyone." I figured that one might move right now. So
yeah, it will when we lose this week.
I don't like that.
I'm sorry.
All right.
But I mean, the truth is what the truth is.
So you got Bama by 10, and I got A&M by 7 on a Malort shot.
And a Malort shot on the loser.
I'm glad I'm going to be gone most of next week.
You can send me video from where you're going to be doing a Malort shot at the bar.
Okay, fair enough.
Yep, that works.
It's going to be sweet tea, but yeah.
No, it won't. All right.
Hey, where are we going next?
Next up, we have Vanderbilt, Florida. There's nothing to see here. Florida wipes Vanderbilt off the map.
They're going to kill them.
Kentucky, Georgia.
I'm intrigued by that one.
5-0 versus 5-0.
Who was it? Oh, Auburn. Auburn was almost gave Georgia the business last week.
I mean, that's fair.
That was crazy. So it made me go, does Georgia suck or is Auburn getting better?
I mean, it's just... So the other day, I think I told you about this too. The other day, I saw a interview and there was a question that someone asked Michael Jordan. They said, if you hadn't gone to play baseball, would you have won 8 straight championships? And he was like, absolutely not. He said that the atmosphere, the attitude in the locker room changes after you win one. And the more you win, the more it continues to change. And it gets harder to win. And he was like, that 2-year absence of wins rebuilt the fire in the locker room. That was basically, that's not a quote of what he said.
You think that's where George is
what
at?
he said. I think George is in that place where it's harder to win every week and the competition gets better every week. And Kentucky's a legitimate contender in the SEC. Which is just weird to say because I can remember when Kentucky was literally a basketball school, and if you brought up Kentucky football, the fans would be like, "Louisville, go!" But I mean,
man,
I think they're legitimate this year.
They got his structured. Stoops, not Bob. What's his name? Mark Stoops.
Mark Stoops.
Yes, he has the greatest contract structure ever. If he wins like X amount a year, he gets a raise auto every year. Boom, boom, boom. It's a great contract structure.
Well, that must be nice.
$100 check. If you're watching, man. Hey, Jeremy, real quick. Nebraska has the best. Are you reading comments?
No,
Nebraska has the best like sad football shirts. I just need to hang out with some fans, and just steal all their shirt ideas. I'm just gonna make them for Hog fans, man. I'm gonna have to make that. Jeremy Brigham says that he saw a Nebraska fan with a Saturdays are for pain and sadness shirt. That's amazing, man. Dude. Yeah, I'll make that.
Nice.
All right, so honest opinion, I'm calling the upset, bro.
I'll call the upset with you.
Georgia's going down
by 3.
I'm like,
it's gonna be
it.
close.
I got Georgia losing by 1.
It's gonna be close. I didn't even check the line on it this time.
Let me check the line.
I got it.
Oh yeah. I think he does have incentives. You're right, Air Force.
Georgia by 15.
Damn, for real?
Mm-hmm. They're giving Kentucky virtually no chance
Just
of
kissing
winning
Georgia's
this.
ass. It's hard not to, I suppose, right?
Yeah, I think they're going to surprise them. Georgia has not been the same Georgia. Kentucky, I just feel like it might be that time. Somebody's going to get Georgia this year. Why not Kentucky?
I mean, they've been trying for 2 years.
Why not Kentucky?
I agree, actually. If Kentucky doesn't get them, I think so. I think whoever they play from the West will, which will probably be LSU at this point.
Well, the final 3 games of their schedule are ranked teams. It's Missouri, Ole Miss, and Tennessee. Oh, sorry, they have a Georgia Tech game there.
That doesn't count.
The final 3 SEC games, Missouri, Ole Miss, Tennessee, they're going to get got.
Yeah, I think so too.
But I think Kentucky gets them early.
I think Carson
and
Beck
I think
is
honestly,
overrated.
if you're Georgia, you would rather be got early by Kentucky and recover for 6 weeks, than get it at the end.
I do think if they lose one, they may not lose again.
Absolutely,
I think it'll wake them up.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Well, let's see. I do want to get into some future SEC teams. This Oklahoma and Texas game is that's going to be a badass game.
Yeah, it is.
I want to look at who OU's played so far, and I hate that I always do that. I really do, because I like to compare before I'm like, oh yeah, this is going to be how this is. I'm predicting this to go. But
okay, OU has beaten Arkansas State.
Yeah, they smashed
SMU.
them.
Tulsa, Cincinnati, Iowa State. They haven't really played anybody. They haven't really played anybody at all.
They really haven't.
And Texas, we know what they did to Bama. So,
unfortunately, I've got to pick Texas.
This is another one of those times when you look at the ranking and you're like, how is OU number 12 on the strength of the schedule they've played so far? I get it. They put up 73 and 66 and 50. But they did it against nobody. It's that same Notre Dame respect that we've talked about in the past.
Yeah.
Where Notre Dame wins 5 games. Nobody knows who they played. College for the blind underwater basket weavers. And for whatever reason, people are like, oh, Notre Dame's 5-0. They should be a top 5 team. OU's kind of the same way, in my opinion. They don't play anybody, and they go 5-0, and the pollsters start worshiping everything OU.
Yeah, OU's always been the team that could get do good all season and then lose when it counts.
Honestly, if you look at their schedule, their upcoming schedule,
Kansas.
you've got Texas, and that's it.
Jeez, dude, that's for real. That's gonna be the hardest game of the year. I think
That's it.
Kansas may give them a little trouble, but not much.
I think Texas. I think Texas mops them. Honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. The line is a touchdown. Texas 6.5 points, and I think it's worse.
I think
than that.
Texas
I
will
think
beat
it's
them by
much
like
worse
14.
than that. Yeah.
Yeah. Air Force thinks it's gonna be 48-42 Texas.
48-42 Texas.
I like that.
I hear that. I think it'll be even worse than that.
Yeah.
But
I think Texas is friggin' physical, bro.
Yeah.
Like they're a really, really stout team.
I think they have something to prove too.
Yeah. They're gonna prove they're
both,
back.
Well, both teams are coming to the SEC, but I think people have disrespected Texas quite a bit more than OU on that.
Well, I think
that
Texas
move.
is much better suited for the SEC than it's like Sark's building an SEC team
That's fair.
than OU is. I think OU may be in a little trouble. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, I
but-
think you're right. I think you're spot on.
Oh man, yeah, that one's gonna be. I'm excited. I'm excited about all those games, and I'm kind of glad that I'm just gonna be able to hang and watch football this weekend. I'm not gonna lie, living in peace.
Yeah, I feel that.
I'm looking at anything.
Top
I might miss.
25. Yeah, I think there is a game or two that you missed. Top 25 games going on. Notre Dame, Louisville. Notre Dame's number 10, way overrated in my opinion. Louisville's number 25.
Notre Dame was pretty good last week. Did you watch that Duke game? The end of it.
I did not watch the end of it.
Hartman is a pretty good quarterback, man. He was giving it hell. They almost lost to Duke. It was close.
Yeah, I
think Duke's pretty decent this year. Actually, remember how I told you at the front of the year? I was like, oh, they probably just got lucky. They're a pretty good team.
Yeah, I guess
Everybody talking about firing Pitts, like Mike Elko, like, dude, you didn't know who that guy was until like this year.
that's fair. And I still
At least I didn't.
I don't want to know who he is.
No, yeah.
Honestly, I don't. The only thing I don't want to hear from you is
Brian Kelly. Maybe we can get Brian Kelly from LSU.
no.
Texas A&M isn't even ranked. I just noticed that. Wow.
No, yeah.
That would be a huge upset if A&M beats Bama, which they're gonna. Yeah, OU does have a pretty explosive offense, Air Force. That's fair. That should be intriguing. Yeah, let's see. I wonder how Texas' defense is. If I recall from the Bama game, they were pretty intense.
Minus the Ohio State game. Notre Dame hasn't played anybody, and they lost to Ohio State.
They damn near lost to Duke last week. It was freaking close.
They lost to Ohio State, which was the only real team they played, and then they played Duke.
Notre Dame lost to Ohio State?
Yeah.
And they're still ranked?
Well, Ohio State's number 6. So.
It looks like Alabama had 362 yards and gave up the ball twice against Texas.
They've improved since that game. Every game since that game.
Yeah. They're still going to lose to Texas A&M. They're going to lose to both Texases. They're going to be Texas bitch. Texas's bitch.
We'll find out. We'll find out.
I got a lot riding on this because I've had Malort and it's not a good time.
We'll find out. I think actually Louisville spoils Notre Dame.
No way. Notre Dame's going to mop them.
Nope. I think Louisville spoils that one.
You're high.
And actually, I think that's all of the important games going on this week, man.
I'll take it. It's going to still. That's. I mean, how many games do we need? You know what I mean? There's some pretty good games. I guess we'll talk about this Razorback game. I don't want to be like that, but damn, man.
All the important games were discussed.
Guys, I'm having trouble grasping at any hope on this thing. I'm not going to lie. Last week kind of like broke me. You know what I mean?
All right. Arkansas, Ole Miss. Let's talk about Ole Miss for a second. 73 points against Mercer.
Damn explosive offense.
37 points against ranked Tulane. Knocked them out of the rankings. Lost to Alabama 24-10 and beat LSU. Put up 55 points against LSU. I think that is the show and tell on LSU's defense, like we talked about.
I was going to
earlier.
say, for Bama to hold them that low, their defense was putting in work.
Bama held Ole Miss to 10 points. LSU gave up 55. I think that is more telling about the LSU defense than it is about the Ole Miss offense.
Yeah. How's Ole Miss's defense looking this year? I haven't watched. Well, I mean, watched the end of the game. Of course, it was a 2-minute drill, so they looked like trash. But like every team looks like trash in a 2-minute drill. Generally, you're either getting picked or you're getting smoked, like over the whole.
Yeah. The Ole Miss defense. Let's take a look at
Who
it.
they got? Who's Pete? Damn, what's his name? The guy they stole from Bama. The defense coordinator. I keep wanting to say Pete Roulier, but it's not him. Is it? No. That's the guy from a different show. I don't know what his damn name. Anyway, it's fine. I don't know. They got Carter. Don't they have Carter, the guy that we like let go of? Basically, we're like, you go do something else.
The Ole Miss defense gives up 408 yards a game.
Damn. All right.
Yeah.
I'll take that. That's a lot of yards.
263 passing.
I just really worry about our offense.
145 rushing. But our offense, our offense is the worst in the league.
It seems like it's purely strengths versus weaknesses. Like our offense is not doing great right now, and their defense sucks. No. Yeah, their defense sucks.
Yeah,
their offense is really good, and our defense is awesome. It's going to be 3-3 at the half.
I don't think so.
I don't either.
I don't think so. Our defense is only marginally better than their defense. Just looking at this, it looks like a matchup of an offensive team versus a team that's just struggling.
Yeah.
Like they're an offensive team.
The boys are going to have to want it this week.
But our defense is in the lower half of the SEC, and they're only a little bit behind us. So when I look at that, I just don't see hope for Arkansas. I know you're the eternal optimist, and you want to be so bad.
Dude, it's pretty hard right now.
But
they're gonna have to.
It goes back to that defense wins championships. People say defense wins championships, but offense wins games.
Yeah.
And if you don't have one, and we don't, then it doesn't leave you a lot of room to win games, and I don't see us winning this one.
Did you hear how they shuffled up the O-line?
No, tell me about this.
So Pitt shuffled it up a little bit. He
stepped on someone's toes.
He said, "No, they shuffled some positions around. I guess they put some of the younger guys right beside an older guy. Maybe they had some younger players next to each other or something. But I think they're trying to lean on the older guys to give the guidance to the other guys. But even this year, Brady Latham's getting thrown on his ass, you know, and he's not a bad player. So I don't know what's up this year. I don't know what's going on, but I don't know. We'll see."
Air Force says, my opinion is a little biased maybe. Arkansas D keeps it close and Ole Miss D lets us score some. Then Arkansas D gets tired after the half and Ole Miss takes off.
Yeah.
Agree with that? Because our D does tend to carry us and then get worn out.
If our offense can get a damn drive of any kind to give our defense some rest, this would be a different ball game. You know, the defense is there, and I feel like we have the defense to win some games. But with our offense just literally doing nothing, it's like every game, not every game this year because we looked decent against LSU, but in the important game, or like the BYU and the Texas A&M game, we looked like we did against Georgia last year.
Even games that we won.
Yeah.
We didn't go out there and dominate the offensive line like you would expect.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't go out against Kent State and just roll them up, you know, like an old carpet. I
have trouble calling it for the Hogs. That short of like the puncher's chance situation.
This is so much more fun to do when you believe in your team, and the Razorbacks are the team. Don't get me wrong.
Give me a reason to believe.
I love them.
Give me a reason.
But that's exactly
I want to believe,
right,
man.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, I want to believe. Dude, it could happen. Maybe we go get pick happy on Jackson Dart or something. But I'm just saying, if we're gonna win this game, it's gonna be defense.
It's gonna be the defense.
The defense will win the game.
It's gonna be the defense. The defense has to score the touchdowns. The defense has to make the stops.
Take Jackson Dart out, and whoever the hell his backup is lights us up. So
Oh my God, yeah.
Man, I want to say we're gonna win, but buddy, I can't do it.
No, and I don't even think it's going to be that close. I agree with what Air Force said there. Maybe close for a half.
Yeah,
We're going to finish weak. We're not going to finish strong. And
just because they're so damn tired.
I'll say at least 14. What's the line on
11
that?
and a half point favorite right now at Ole Miss.
Yeah,
And it's-
I think they cover.
And that's 3 of those is at home. God, can we just come friggin' home already? This sucks, man. And next week we're going to Bama, right?
Yeah,
I mean, God dang, dude.
yeah. I don't even want to start thinking about that one yet.
I do. We're gonna
Bama?
win. No.
Yeah, listen to you. Hogs by 90. That's where the shirt comes from,
I
guys. I,
can't-
I posted the merch link. You can find the Hogs by 90 shirt that comes from Travis Eternal Optimism.
Yeah, for real. Go Sean Payton on him, man. We're gonna put hits on our offensive players. Take Dart out at the knees. Let's go.
Hey, I said this about the last game. If you would go and hit some of those kickoff returners and punt return, like a punt returner, when he's waiting on that to come down, I know it's a 15-yard penalty, but if you take him out one time, like hit him as hard as you can,
Yeah.
he's thinking about it the rest of the game. Every punt, like, are they going to do that?
You know
again?
what I want to know? Why don't we go after
Just
punters more?
hit them.
Are they just so concerned of
No, I'm
coverage?
talking about the punt returners.
No, oh yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
punt returners. When he's standing there waiting to catch the ball,
Just blast.
if you just
him.
plow him,
Yeah,
maybe
it's
it may
hard.
take it may take twice.
Yeah.
But you plow him twice, every time he has to catch a punt, he's thinking about, is the next guy going to hit me again?
They're like, we're gonna get him for a personal foul. He's like, I don't give a shit. Like,
15 yards. 15 yards.
hit me.
Our defense can make up 15 yards.
Yeah.
Our
yeah.
offense can't.
Man, I know, dude. I'm telling you, man. I'm just waiting the normal side of me that's not dead. I'm just waiting on our offense to click one of these games. Got it. Here we go.
It could
70
happen.
points.
It could happen.
I don't know
But
about
I don't
70
think it's
points.
happening this week.
When could it happen? Because I'm talking myself into something.
Are you? Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
No, I'm just I'm thinking about how bad their defense is. But if their defense, you say, is on par with ours is decent.
It's a little bit worse than ours.
I'd almost have to watch some more of their damn film. Like Ole Miss, you know, I've watched one game and it was the Bama game because I was going, beat Bama, but you know, it never happens. I think they're gonna whoop our ass.
Well, you tried. You tried for a hot second to
Yes, dude,
to
Air
take
Force, come
Arkansas
with me
there.
because I might surprise you with my pick on that one. We'll see how this week goes.
I got a hot take for the Bama game. I'll wait till. Oh, okay.
I'm with it. Awesome. All right, guys. Well, I think that's about it. I'm gonna start talking about stuff that doesn't make me sad.
Yeah. Hey, thanks everybody for joining us. Like, subscribe, share with other people. We appreciate anybody who jumps on here and listens and wants to join in the conversation.
Definitely cool having comments to talk to. So thank y'all for showing up.
Yeah,
the show.
thank you guys so much for showing up and giving us some comments. And we'll be back this weekend. I think I'm doing the game companion by myself. I think Travis is out. Is that right?
I may be on Zoom with you.
You're gonna zoom into the game companion.
I might.
All right.
I might go watch it with Jessica's brother. I don't know yet.
Okay.
I'll figure it out.
Well, I may be doing it by myself. I may zoom Travis into the game companion, but would love for you guys to watch the game companion again. We seem to have a really good time with that. We'll do a halftime Twitter Spaces again and let people have their say about what's gone on in the first half.
You get to control
Hopefully
that nightmare.
Hopefully there's something worth talking about there, and then we'll flip over and watch Tuss Talk with Ty for the post game.
Yep.
And thanks again,
Ty,
Ty.
I'm gonna get drunk and call into your post game show like, Ty, what happened?
Last but not least, thanks to Ty for letting us join last week on
Yeah,
the
that was
Tuss Talk with
awesome,
Ty
man.
post game. It was a great time. We'll definitely have to do that again.
I stayed surprisingly sober last week.
I was not remotely.
I got it in, but I had shit to do after.
Okay.
Anyway,
All right.
guys.
Anyways, have a great night, guys.